Hello everyone, my name is Arnav and welcome back to another episode from Auto Thrust Crew. Today I'm going to be walking you through a bit of gameplay in the game War Thunder. As you can see, right now I'm in arcade mode with one of my friends and I'm playing with the Yak 1. Yak 1 it's a really good plane in my opinion. I'm just doing a bit of side climbing right now, nothing major going on. In my opinion, this is a great plane. The ammo count on the machine guns is amazing, especially at this tier. I probably should have been looking out a bit more. I was a bit distracted at that point probably because my friend marked something on the map and I was checking it out, which I probably shouldn't have been doing. I'm going into a head-on with an MS-410. This is probably a good time to say how much I absolutely despise head-ons. In this game, no matter what you do, there will always be head-ons. I do not like them because, yeah, sure, you may be able to get some severe damage on your enemy. However, you are also not going to be exactly walking out of that head-on perfectly unscathed, aren't you? So, all of that side climbing I had done at the beginning is now basically pointless as I dive down to catch these other players who are hounding my teammate. I break off the other one and decide to chase the P-66. Because of that dive there, even though I nearly ripped my wings in that, I do have a huge energy advantage on these planes. Even though, being American planes, they obviously have better engines at this point. I nearly merged with the ground right there, and even though that I do have that much excess energy, I probably shouldn't be using it aiming right down at the ground. Should have got that kill right there. That was some bad aim on my part, but as you can see, I am cycling around and I probably will at least get a kill assist. Oh wait, I think one of my guns are jammed. Yep, that's a severe damage. His engine's gone, but unfortunately, as you can see, I'm not really in the best condition right now. My wings have seen better days and clearly have decided to take a vacation. That's the end of the Yak 1. I was killed by Crookshanks, that's nice. I did not know a cat could be this good. Now I'm onto my best plane at this tier, which is the Lag 366, which honestly is an astounding plane. Its cannons hit really hard, even though the ammo count isn't that high as is usual with the Russian props. It is really a good plane, especially because it's combined with the machine guns too, which means it's not only depending on the rather slow firing cannons to attack the enemy. Now, this isn't my highest tier. My highest tier is actually at BR 5.7, as you guys are going to see in another video. I'm just playing at this tier because, in my opinion, these lower tiers are really, really fun compared to the higher tiers, especially when you're being up-tiered against jets. Checking out the cockpit here, I guess. I'm really interested in that flap motion for some reason. Yeah, this is probably a good time to say that this voiceover is entirely done in post. So I don't know what I was thinking by just looking at the flaps for that long. My wings do not like being at this speed, but they're gonna have to deal with it. The problem of compression, this plane basically stalled itself out, and unfortunately, I apparently do not know how to avoid a target. I honestly don't know what that MS-410 was doing. I'm pretty sure I encountered it earlier on. But I didn't actually engage with it. I actually don't know what he was doing. He just stalled himself out right in front of their enemy. I'm trying to get this F2A, which is probably possible. Hit. Oh, that's a fire. That's a fire. That was really good. Now I'm trying to turn it up. Yep, severe damage. Now I'm trying to turn it up to get to this P-36. Oh, another severe damage. No way. The thing is, now that I'm basically dead because of that much critical damage, not severe, I can still fly. It's only critical. No way, aircraft destroyed again. I don't have that much fear. That is not a landing strip. The story as to how I found that out was actually kind of embarrassing. There was this time when I just started playing the game. I was still on biplanes. I used to think the amount of times I landed on those is incredible. I don't know why I keep thinking that those are actual landing strips. Honestly, in my opinion, Kaichin should remove those because it is a massive source of confusion. There is no way I can survive this dogfight because if I turn too hard or get too slow, no way. My teammate might save me here. As I was saying, if I turn too hard or get too slow, I will easily get into a flat spin. Oh, yep. I just got sniped. I didn't even see where he came from. That was insane. P400. Nice. Once again in the Yak 1. I really like this plane, don't I? It is honestly, in my opinion, an amazing plane. It doesn't have quite the agility or turn time of the lags, but it is still an astounding plane. In my opinion, this is just because of the ammo count, because I really love playing with ammo. I mean, everyone likes playing with ammo. Not like that. I meant like, I really like mag dumping onto the enemies. In my opinion, it's just satisfying to see the hits. Checking out something on the map right here. That F4F seems to be in a fight with the J22. And I'm going to aid him, it seems. This is a very, very loose dogfight in my opinion. They're just going really far. I think both of them ran out of ammo or something because they're recommitting. Okay, I really should practice the aim with these cannons. They have slightly more bullet drop than the machine guns, and that's kind of off-putting. There we go. That was definitely a kill. There was no way he could have escaped that. He even just started farming ground targets. Should get that little bit of SL before he dies. Check if there's anything above me, presumably because I saw it on the mini-map. P40, that is definitely coming towards me, but so is an I-16, and I decide to deal with the P40 first. Mostly because of its better cannons. The I-16, however, is going to be a massive issue. I honestly detest I-16s. Only when I'm not using them. When I'm using them, it's perfectly fine. However, when I come against an I-16, it is the most annoying plane possible. Mainly because it is tiny and maneuverable. It is so hard to hit. That is not an excuse for the aim right there. That is entirely my fault. But it is tiny, it's hard to hit, and it has a turn time of around 16 or 17 seconds, which is honestly so hard to shoot. I don't know where the P40 went, actually. I was shooting it earlier, and it just vanished. I'm pretty sure he was trying to boom and zoom. Yep, aircraft finished off. P39 over there, he is already damaged, so I'm trying to dogfight him. That is a really important tip. If you're in a head-on against an enemy plane and he is damaged, I mean, not only as damaged as me, the only problem is my water is leaking. But if he is damaged, you can see smoke or his wingtip is gone. Don't fully commit to the head-on. He might have a chance of winning. Because when your plane is damaged, the psychology is just get as much kills as possible or as much damage as possible before crashing. They don't really care about their life anymore. So they will fully commit, but you should not fully commit. You should go into a dogfight after that because a damaged plane does not stand a chance against your slightly damaged or undamaged plane at all. My engine has seen better days with this. The water is still leaking. I might be giving a rain shower to all of these houses below. I don't know what that was. You all, by the way, a nice tip to you all. Binding the pitch and yaw keys is honestly one of the most important things that you can do. Not just so that you can do that funny dance kind of thing I did earlier, but it's because it gives you the edge in dogfights, and if you're somehow in the higher tiers and have not binded them yet, you can do some crazy maneuvers. Now, you probably don't know why I'm playing Russia. The main reason is just because I absolutely love flankers. The flanker series of planes are beautiful, in my opinion. They are amazing. My water is finally empty now, by the way. Yeah, so as I was saying, they are amazing. I love their maneuverability and their elegant and simple design. My favorite type of flanker is the Su-30 MKI, employed by the Indian Air Force. However, that's not in War Thunder, so obviously I go to the closest thing, the Su-30 SM, which is currently the only plane in War Thunder that is not VTOL. Oh, come on, there's a biplane behind me. There's nothing I can do. That is not VTOL, that has thrust vectoring. I don't know what the biplane was trying to do there. He could have easily killed me, but he just broke off. I think he was re-engaging, but too late. You can't really do that with a monoplane like mine, because I can just speed away. He can't. We don't talk about how I am perfectly fine after that. My plane just tanked that. How is that even possible? Even after okay, it is very much not fine anymore, and I'm on fire. There's nothing I can do, really. Yep, wings gone, and I just decide bail out at this point. The poor pilot. This is the second time he's been burnt down, I think. Oh wait, it's another I-16. This goes hard for my grudge against I-16s. Yep, I have 2 more lags after this. As you can see, I clearly love the lag series of planes. Yeah, even after they evolve into the just LA or Lavotkin series, they are still astounding planes. Like, I can bring a 4.3 rated, I'm talking about arcade ratings, by the way, 4.3 rated LA7 into a 5.7 match, and it can still be quite good. It can't compete with planes like the I-225 or stuff like that. Wait, actually, if you bait them into a turn fight, you might be able to do it, because the I-1225, even though it is an astounding plane with great high altitude performance, and I think it's the fastest Russian propeller plane, it does have the disadvantage of being really, really heavy. I almost merged with that plane. I have a really bad habit of getting way too close to planes. As you saw there, the lag 366. I just absolutely rammed into that plane. Which was probably the dumbest thing I could have done right there. That was a free kill, and I still managed to fumble it. I mean, I got the kill, but unfortunately that also like screwed the rest. This aim right here needs to be commended. This is insane. How am I missing this much? Okay, finally some hits, and there we go. This wing's gone. Yet again, my water is leaking. This is some sort of pattern. Every plane I go, something leaks. I think I just noticed that I had my flaps up. Did I not notice? Have I not noticed that my flaps were still deployed until now?
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
Okay, I noticed. Oh, there we go. That's the end. I did fail the mission, however, I got 8 kills, which is quite impressive, as well as tearing the sky. So, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day ahead.